been kind of on a roll as of late. When it pertains to certain topics, especially when it pertains to talk about libertarianism, it's like the one thing that always gets people like turned off when it comes to libertarianism is the fact that a lot of us here talk about either abolishing the government or completely just completely altering it so it can be a lot more better. And a lot of people see this as a means of damaging democracy. Like what we have right now is such a great system that we should keep it. Like you got the Democrats and you got the Republicans that want to protect this system so goddamn bad that they think that this system will eventually work itself out to the point where it will be this impenetrable system, this system that is so goddamn unpenetrable that it would not be damaged, it would not be altered. We get certain people in office, it will be like this great thing now that we got all these people that are actually about our certain views, and we get them in office, it will be such a great thing. And here's my thing about that, man. You got a lot of people here from both the left and the right that talks about, we need to get this person out of office. We need to get this person out of office, put these people in, then the United States will be a lot more better. Here's my takeaway about that. You have both Democrats and Republicans that will really go on this tirade that if we get these people out of office, this country will be a much more safer haven. People would be living in a much more better environment. There'll be a lot more money in people's pockets. But you have a lot of Republicans out here talking about, we need to cut these taxes. We need to bring less gun laws and all that stuff. They say a whole bunch of libertarian talking points, but then you had those same Republicans that trash talk libertarians, like you got the Mass Watch talking about it's libertarians' fault that Republicans lose and all that stuff. But then he doesn't look at his own party and think about who exactly he was advocating for years. Certain politicians that got into office, and then it turns out that they was just chicken shit Republicans and all that stuff. Like whenever we libertarians on this side, we talk about certain issues like abolishing or altering the system right now because the system is severely broken, it's severely corrupt, and you got some people that want to protect it, thinking that it's actually one of the better plans, one of the best plans in the world, even though a lot of people who are in jail right now for things that they didn't even do. Or we got politicians in the office that say they're supposed to be protecting us, or they're supposed to be putting in policies that actually helps us live a much more better life with more money in our pockets. But then when we the freaking national debt goes up. I think right now we're over $25 trillion in national debt, and a lot of people want to protect the system, even though this system severely hurts our currency. It hurts money. We are regardless of who's in office right now, whether it be Democrats or Republicans, the national debt will always go up. And when people call for a secession, we call for a national divorce to not be a part of this system that severely hurts our currency, hurts our dollars. Apparently, us saying, we need to go ahead and split away from these people that make all these dumb decisions that hurts us fundamentally, financially and mentally. Apparently, that's a bad talking point to some establishment Democrats and establishment Republicans, that if we just keep the system and we just put some people in that actually values liberty, then it'll be a lot more better. But guys, you know how many times I heard that since I first started to vote when I turned 18? You know how much I've heard that. The fact that, we just need to get the right person in office and then everything will be fine. No, we need to we need to abolish and rebrand it from start. Get rid of this whole national debt, because that debt has nothing to do with the middle and low class people, such as me and probably a person who's watching right now. What's up, like for real? What is up with these people that wants to protect the system so damn bad? That thinking like if we just get the right person in office, it would be this country would be a much more better place. No, we need to severely abolish and rebrand this entire thing, or call for a national divorce. You got some goddamn Democrats talking about a national divorce is out of the picture because that would hurt Republican led states. Okay, let's just say that was true, right? Let's just say that was true. Why is that a bad thing? Because last time I checked, you got some hardcore leftists out here that says they want to completely off all Republicans because they don't share the same values as them. But then you got the freaking Republicans protecting these individuals, saying like, okay, no, let's just keep these people, let's just share a government with these people, and we'll just turn these guys around whenever they say something crazy. We'll just show them this data. We'll just show them this data. But then they show this data, or they show that data that completely biased as hell from both sides. This whole thing that a lot of people want to protect, they're not on the side of liberty. They're not on the side of freedom. What they want to do is keep putting you in a abusive relationship with said federal government that fundamentally hurts you financially and physically and mentally. They want protecting that system. Okay, first of all, let me just say this. If you are on the side of those guys that say we should protect the federal government, we should protect the Federal Reserve, even though it's the Federal Reserve that hurts us the most out of anybody from across this world, you're part of the problem. Because the federal government has been hurting us for over 40 years. You got taxation at 30% now. When back then, when the freaking Declaration of Independence first came into the picture, the taxation rate was only 3%, and even then, you had some people out there that went to war to not get taxed. But you got some people out here saying like the taxation is not a big deal because without taxation, how do people get Medicaid? How do people get Medicare? How did the roads get built? How did the roads get built? Like the state bills, we need taxation because without taxation, the state won't be able to build the roads. The state is not the one that builds the roads. See, they don't understand who actually builds these roads. People truly believe that the federal government is just something that creates all these systems that helps us. But in actuality, they just take ideas and just say it was their own. You really think the freaking government did the whole Medicaid and Medicare thing? No, that wasn't them. You think the federal government is the ones out here that actually out here says like, oh, we hire all these doctors and all that stuff? No, they just took the idea and said it was theirs because they are the biggest organization out here, and anybody who pretty much calls them out on it or opposes them, they are fundamentally wrong about it. That's the problem here. Freaking government does not build anything. They take ideas and they monopolize on them. That's what it is. The state doesn't build the roads. They hire private construction companies and give them taxes and tells them to build the roads and do it by this set period of time. But if they can't do it, it's because they had no more money to give to the private construction businesses. It's the private construction businesses that builds the roads, not the state. Everybody wants to say, oh, who will build it? It seems like these construction companies will build it. And even without freaking taxation, it would still be the road. The roads would still get built. I think there have been plenty of people out here that has debunked the theory without taxation, the roads would not get built. Without taxation, there will be no Medicaid. Without taxation, there will be no policing. There's been policing before taxation even came into the picture. Came into the picture. there's been some sort of protection, some sort of policing that was in the picture, even without taxation. And yeah, people think that it's this thing that that police officers need taxation in order to get paid, or without taxation there'll be no police officers at all. That is a fundamental lie. One of the biggest lies that people who are for the state, like status, they will say this in order to try to move you to move you towards statism. There's plenty of people out here that has debunked that theory that we need taxation in order to live a much more better life. It's a thing, and most of the time, about 100% of the time, taxation is not really. It's not at all voluntary. They base the first time you get your first check, it's automatically taken out. You ain't really say that they can take it out voluntary. They just said, hey, we're taking this bit, we're taking this bit, we're taking this bit. If you don't like it, oh well. What you're doing, we're taking your money that you worked your ass off for the greater good, and people are wondering why that they barely have any money to pay their bills. They like for real, dog. They can't even put two to two together. And here's what I say about a lot of people who are both left and right. They take this whole national divorce thing. They take this whole secession thing as a kind of a talking point. They say it's not severely possible or it's never been tried. It has been tried numerous times before, and a lot of countries have been better with their own laws and their own policies. Let's take a look at freaking Africa, right? That continent. There's over 40 countries in Africa right now. Some of them are striving, some of them are not. It depends on who is in charge. If you got a person who knows economics, then you will have a striving country. If you have a person who's illiterate in economics, you will have a damaging country. It's not rocket science here. That the whole national divorce or a secession is out of picture because that would be hurting us. Guys, at this point, you're protecting the people who freaking hate you. Like, for real. To the freaking leftists, the socialists that may watch this video, you guys say you hate Republicans and you hate libertarians for some reason. But you want to share government with them, and these are the same guys that say, we should off every Republican out there because Republicans don't see things our way. And the same thing with the Republicans. You guys want to share a government with the freaking people that want you dead. A secession or a national divorce would be the most civil plan for a much more better society. And a lot of people really truly believe that with a national divorce, these some of these states will not be able to work with each other. That's stupid. Let me go take a sip of this real quick, because I'm going on right now. A lot of people really think this whole deal is completely unheard of. It's completely uncalled for. It makes no sense. Without if we go into a national divorce or we go into a secession, then what about laws? Who's going to protect us, guys? At some point, you guys say I need to protect myself. Freaking military, the freaking police. People truly believe that if we just have a national divorce, these freaking companies will run wild, as if they don't already do that in the first place. When it pertains to some individuals in this country or certain people outside this country, they won't go freaking crazy, right? This whole national divorce, it's the best way to keep things civil. Hey, you want these individuals want to run their own state, run their own country. They want to push their own policies, like what freaking Gavin Newsom is doing in California. And we all see what's going on there, right? Same thing with New York City. Same thing with Florida. Economically, Florida is doing well. Even though the cost of living is still expensive, the economically is still doing well. It was even doing that. It was even doing well during the lockdowns. I don't really know much about Texas. Somebody could quote me on that one. But when it comes to California and New York City, you got these bad economic policies, these bad policies that makes a freaking closet apartment like the space is like the same space as this right here. They make for a space like that in New York City is freaking $1,600. And apparently some people in New York City want that policy all over the place. That's crazy, right? You want this space right here for $1,600. And people truly believe that we should be sharing the government with some individuals that really think like voting like that is going to be the best option for the freaking United States of America. Guys, and if you guys don't believe me, let me read you some text from the Declaration of Independence. Then this came from the people that the right likes to quote themselves, right? They say, "Oh, this is something that the founding fathers would be severely against what the left is doing." Well, the right is obviously against what the people who are the founders said before when pertaining to the Declaration of Independence. Let me go ahead and read y'all this from the Declaration of Independence, right? We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, that to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed, that whenever any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it, and to institute new government, laying its foundation on such principles, and organizing its powers in such form as to them shall seem most likely to affect their safety and happiness. Now, seems like the forefathers of United States of America, they was for abolishing the government. They was for altering it. But apparently, when libertarians say this, when libertarians say this, it's apparently taboo to some individuals. Now, let's go ahead and talk about taxation. Okay, he has kept among us in times of peace, standing armies without the consent of our legislators. He has affected to render the military independent of and superior to the civil power. He has combined with others to subject us to jurisdiction foreign to our Constitution and unacknowledged by our laws, giving his assent to the acts of pretended legislation. For quartering large bodies of armed troops among us, for protecting them by a moral trial from punishment from any murders which they should commit on the inhabitants by these states, for cutting off our trade with all parts of the world, for imposing taxes on us without our consent. Libertarians have been saying this for a long time now, but when Republicans say, "Oh, they want cut taxes," instead of like saying like we should just cut taxes in general, they talk about deducting the tax rates instead of just cutting them off in general. For depriving us in many cases by the benefits of trial by jury, for transporting us beyond seas to be tried for pretended offenses, for abolishing the free system of English laws in the neighboring province, establishing therein an arbitrary government and enlarging its boundaries, and so as to render it at once an example and fit instrument for introducing the same absolute rule into these colonies. So this is literally in the Declaration of Independence, right? People from the right say it's our God-given rights. It seemed like the forefathers were still severely against taxation and they was for abolishing the government. But when libertarians said it, apparently it's a taboo thing to say, or people don't understand what that means. They said if the government, like they said right here, like if the government gets to our control, It is the right of the people to alter it or abolish it. And that's what we're seeing. That's what we've been seeing for the past 40 plus years. Government has gotten too big. Government has gotten too out of control. But apparently talking about either altering it or abolishing it is apparently a bad thing. Guys, I don't know if some people right here will take this into consideration, but this is just I'm trying to actually give some people like some actual good like talking points here. We have a government that's severely too large. We have a government that's severely out of control. We have a government right now that is putting us into a bad situation, whether it pertains to wars with other countries. You got some old ass politicians, some old ass angry politicians that sending the young guys across overseas to get them killed. People think it's a fine thing because apparently defending your country comes before your own family or comes before your own life. Like people join the military for the wrong things, right? They really think that the people in charge actually cares about them when they join the military. No, you just another recruitment to get freaking shipped off overseas and probably get hit by a freaking mine or a freaking grenade or a nuke. That's literally what the military is. Young guys who are being manipulated and controlled by the older guys. But apparently that's fine to some people. There's literally nothing here to try to what's the right word I'm looking for? It's literally right there in people's faces that the government is filled with people who do not care about you whatsoever. You are just a body to them. You're just a body. You're just a body when it pertains to war. You're a body when it pertains to taxation. You're a body when it pertains to the freaking justice system that's put so many innocent people in jail for crimes they didn't commit. Doesn't like it. People get charged with no evidence whatsoever. The police is out here is corrupt. These freaking tax laws, taxation is freaking crazy as hell right now. You got these talking points on this platform and Rumble talking about, oh, we need to get this person in. Oh, this politician right here is doing such a great job when they literally pushing for more gun laws and pushing for more taxation. People think, oh, they don't see nothing wrong with that, as long as they're doing it for the greater good, or they're doing it to try to spike the other party. This is why the two-party system needs to die. This is why we need to put a person who is independent or a person who is a libertarian in charge. Because these people right here are fundamentally destroying us, and people act like that they care when they don't. Politicians don't care about the individuals, the people who are especially middle and low class. And as long as I'm on this subject, abolishing the freaking altering or abolishing the government would get all those crony ass people out of office. Oh no, we can't we can't do that. We can't do that. Oh, we need this person in office because we don't want this person in office. Like one party is better than the other, especially when it pertains to the two-party system. Like you saw this with Bush, you saw it with Obama, you saw it with Trump, you saw it with, and now you freaking seeing it with freaking Joe Biden. None of these individuals actually give a damn. They don't. All these individuals end up promoting freaking gun laws that damage the freaking law-abiding citizen because criminals don't give a damn about freaking laws. If criminals care about laws, they wouldn't commit a freaking crime in the first place. They wouldn't be breaking in the first place. All these laws in place are for, especially when it pertains to gun laws, they don't want you to freaking own a freaking handgun. All these laws in place, they are in place for the law-abiding citizen. They're not in place for the criminals because criminals don't give a damn about these laws. But I'm gonna end on this, right? Yeah, I'm gonna end on this. The whole abolishing the government thing, shrinking down the government, like destroying the Federal Reserve, the IRS, the FBI, because the FBI is also a corrupt ass organization. A lot of talking points that libertarians talk about apparently is a sin to talk about altering or abolishing the government, because without the federal government, who's going to protect us? Like people, like we don't have people with freaking a freaking closet full of freaking 15 guns. They ready for war. They ready to protect their liberty. They ready to protect their freedom. You got individuals out here that are ready to protect what's theirs. But apparently we need the government to protect us. The government does not protect us. The government is the one that's hurting us in the first place. But yeah, y'all go ahead and keep on protecting y'all oppressors, because apparently altering it or abolishing it is out of question to some of you individuals. But like I said, I'm gonna end that. I'm gonna end it right there, man. But let me know what y'all think, man. Comment down below what y'all think. Y'all disagree with me? Just let me know down below. I will see y'all next one. Peace.